Good morning, guys. So today is Wednesday, and I normally hop on here on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays during my coffee time at 8 a.m., and on Fridays at 4 p.m. just to share. And today I'm sharing from Unbreakable Brain. Um, we've read in the previous IGTVs and videos that I've done. I've been reading from the different chapters. I've read from specifically chapter 3, Your Brain on Drugs, and I read from When Should I Get, no, not When Should I Get Tested, What Does Your Brain Need? Chapter 5, and I went on to chapter 6, Smart Supplementation. And then I took a week break because we were on vacation in Mammoth, camping in our RV for the very first time. And so, yeah. But before I start, I wanted to share with you guys. I love getting new spices from the grocery store. You know, let food be thy medicine, right? So that means all these spices that God has for us can come in all different um there's like 1,000 different ways you can go about it, and people have already thought of these things. Just like taco mix, just the mix for the taco sauce. I mean, we buy that in packets, right? And then we can recreate it at home for a healthier version, just so you won't have all that sugar and stuff in there. But so when I'm going grocery shopping, I normally look at the spice aisle and see what is new. And yesterday, I chanced upon this one, Tunisian shakshuka. I love eggs. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's like a red sauce, and then they put sunny side eggs cooking there on top. I can't wait to try it. I have no idea how it tastes like, and it's mild. So my husband likes spicy, but I'll go for the mild first. But it says savory blend of ripe tomatoes, onions, chunky red peppers, garlic, and spices. Perfect base for poaching eggs, fish, or shrimp. So maybe I'll go buy some fish or shrimp to go with these eggs. But you know how I don't like lectins, not knowing that there's ripe tomatoes here and red peppers. I am hoping that this has been cooked for a very long time. If not, at least I just want to try it just so I know how Tunisian shakshuka actually tastes like, and then I can recreate it at home, knowing all the ingredients in it if I like it. I did that also with this other one that I like. It's like a Caribbean chicken. I just saw it in the Walmart aisle. Caribbean chicken. So I just marinated the chicken with it. I had no idea how it tasted like. I forgot my diffuser. Let me see. We just came from a trip, so all my oils are still in a bag. Where is my wild orange? Not this bag. Do I still have, or did I finish it all? I think I finished it all during the trip. Let's go for something else different. Not wild orange. Maybe we'll go for Air X or On Guard. What do I want to diffuse? Let's diffuse this baby. It's a new one, Air X. It came in my BOGO box. So it can clean the air in my room. I put drinking water here already ready to roll. I'll just put 2 drops. It's just me in the room today. All right. I always like something to diffuse beside me. Hi, Luan. Good morning. I got this from the store yesterday. I have no idea how it tastes like. I don't know if you heard me rambling about it. It's called Tunisian shakshuka. I always like new spices. I have no idea. So every time I cook something like this, I'll make sure I cook something else for the family. So just in case this doesn't turn out good, it'll just me to eat it, or not. We don't have to eat it. But I just want to try different spices. Since I am in this path of one meal a day, I want to make sure that one meal is amazing. Like yesterday, the vindaloo chicken. I had no idea what vindaloo even tasted like. But when I saw it in Sprouts, just shopping along, and then I look at the spice rack and I'm like, ooh, Vindaloo, what's that? It's such an amazing name, right? So different. And it's like I don't know if it's an African curry or something, but this one it says it's from North Africa, this certain spice blend. So I wanted to give it a go. And anytime I want to try something new, I always try it with chicken. Just because I know chicken so well, and I can marinate it, and I could just um, either fry it. When I do fry it, I fry chickens on the skin side down, so I don't have to add any oil at all. Just the chicken skin is already the oil. So I actually don't end up buying any oil for cooking, unless like olive oil. Yeah, so that's what I did with the vindaloo. I marinated it it was just a spice rub I just saw in Sprouts, and I marinated it. And then when I took it out, I fried it on the skin side down first. I didn't even heat the pan. I just, fried that. And when all sides were brown, I took it out and then cut up some tomatoes. And I know tomatoes are now bueno, but I plan to cook this for a long time. So that's the thing with lectins. If you break it down, then it has a less of an effect on you. So that should always be the goal when you're eating with red peppers or tomatoes or eggplants. We can't shy away from all of them. But if you are trying to treat something, do shy away from them. But if you are fine, just make sure you break it down. So no raw tomatoes or no raw bell peppers ever, ever, ever again. But cook very slowly for a long time, yes. Or in my pressure cooker. Man, I'm dry. I better put some oils. Where's my oils? Oh yeah, here. I put it here beside me just so that I know to take it and to um, moisturize it. Because I just got out the shower because I didn't want you guys to see my bed head. But anyway, so where was I? The chicken vindaloo, right? Um, and then I put in the tomatoes so that they would cook down. They were fresh, and then you know how they get softened after you cook them for a while. Covered them, and then I added onions and I added garlic after. And when they were all there married together, I put a bunch of cilantro because I love cilantro. When I saw it, when I Googled it, it was just cilantro to garnish it. But since I love cilantro, I put a bunch in there. And then when it was all cooked for so very long, say about 2 hours on low, then I pureed it. Then that's how the brown sauce happened. And then that's when I put back the chicken and cook that for a long time there. Those chicken thighs, those Foster Farms. I buy my chicken wherever it's on sale, usually at 99 cents per pound. I wish I could buy the free range chicken, but I have 6 kids, so we're not buying free range chicken. But we are eating chicken. Um, we're not eating, what's that? TV dinners. You know what I mean? Something healthy. Um, but that's what our budget affords. So yeah, we do that. And then when it's not on sale, the local Vons, Albertsons, or Ralph's, where they normally go for 99 cents, they're usually 98 cents per pound at Sam's. So I get that one. Um, Sometimes when they go lower, like 68 cents, I get like 20 or something. And then I pack my freezer with it. So anytime I want chicken, at least I bought it at that much, right? That's what I do. Whatever's on sale, if it's the pork, the beef, the chicken, that's the only thing I'm buying on grocery days. Okay, I gotta do this for my hormones. Ever since I've been putting Yaropalm, hot flashes and night sweats are nil. So I gotta do that. And I gotta keep this here because I want to take my vitamins and supplements with the fat that I'm taking in right now in this beautiful DIY bulletproof coffee. I do not buy the bulletproof because that's expensive. I just make my own. Flaxseed, ghee, or grass-fed butter, whatever you can find. MCT, then I blitz it. It's very important that we blitz it because if we don't blitz it, it doesn't aerate and it doesn't go straight to your gut as fast as you need it to be. I was telling my brother-in-law, as soon as we wake up in the morning, our brain needs to function. And was it 75%? Our brain functions on fat, omegas, right? And so the brain says, "Is there any fat down there with Sam?" And my body says, "No, she broke it down all last night while she was sleeping." And so I need something for my lips. And so if you don't have the fat, then what happens is your body will make the fat. So most of the fat that we make is not because we ate it, it's because we don't have enough fat in our body. So we want to have that fat first thing in the morning. So that's what I'm doing. And our vitamins and supplements do not get absorbed without the fat. So we got to do these things together. First thing in the morning, get that fat into the brain so that our body will not produce the fat and function optimum level. That's why they call MCT brain octane. And then since it's good fat, it also satiates me so that I can still fast longer. It doesn't break my fast. And so I can eat lunch when Sunny comes home at 2 o'clock and eat a wonderful lunch that, that I dream about or that I, you know, take special care and time to make. Like that chicken vindaloo. Yeah, I served it with cilantro on top, and then since cilantro was for $4 at Valley Produce, I got another bunch so I got two bunches for $1, and then chopped that up and mixed it with rice and garlic. Filipinos love garlic rice, so it's like butter and garlic. You saute it, and then you put the day old rice and you mix it together. I just put cilantro in it, and it was lovely with beside it. On the side that my family does not like is I made this same rice, but I put a bunch of lime. I love, 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 love lime. And they hate it. So I had my own set. It's like that chimichurri. Have you ever tried it from Trader Joe's? Chimichurri rice. Oh, I love that. It's so lemony. Anyway, so going back to Dr. Mitchell. So we went through all that, and if you ever want to go and check out those things that I've read from, it's from my other videos. I always save it here in my IGTV or in my videos on Facebook. So let's go back to his plan. He calls it the chapter 7, the 28-day plan. I have not read this, so we could read it all together. Um, with everything involved in brain health, it is unfortunately taking more than just a miracle pill to completely turn things around. Yep, it can't all be done in one pill. Who said that? Bulletproof. Asprey said that. That being the case, we put together a 28-day plan with one new element to introduce per week. Ooh, I like this. This is how I got started. I didn't just jump in and do something all at one. I did one thing a week. I have a lime tree, so you need. Oh yay, Luann! I do. I always need limes. I love limes. Yes, I will not say no to limes. When you and I meet up for your peppermint, um let's exchange. I would love limes, Luann. Thank you. Okay, so reread introduction if you want some motivation for taking these actions on, because these are the foundations to improve your brain function and preventing the specter of Alzheimer's and dementia. There are more than four elements here, so we'll emphasize with which ones are vital and which ones can choose you can choose from. And just like any program, is constantly getting back in the saddle. Oh yes, this is me constantly getting back in the saddle, especially when we go on vacations and there's pizza. How can you not go to Nick and Willie's when you're in Mammoth, when you're, in Mammoth? So, by the way, I fasted the entire day because I knew I was going to get Nick and Willie's. And then I had Nick and Willie's, and the next day I fasted more. I think I fasted the whole day. By the way, I was at Fashion Runway. If you guys don't know about that place, you guys should all go there. It's where people bring clothes that are amazing. I bring my clothes there, and then you can sell them, and then you get bucks, and then those bucks you can spend it there to shop. And they always have great brands. But anyway, Burton is one of the snowboarding brands. I found Sunny a sweater that is a dry ride sweater. So meaning he doesn't have to wear the bulky jacket when he's riding, especially during hot rides. So, but the problem is it was a medium, and he's normally a large, right? But remember, I got him a size 34 pants recently, and I found it at the Goodwill, and I just bought it for him and just see if it fits, and it fit. And this one I was so excited about. It was a little pricey. It was like 35 bucks. But that thing normally costs like 250 bucks. Okay. So I bought this black Burton dry ride sweater, and it said medium. And I said, oh, I hope it fits. But he is getting, not in weight, okay, but in inches. He is just slimming and slimming down, and it fit. It fit. Oh my goodness, it fit. I'm so excited for him. I don't know about how guys deal with weight loss and how they celebrate, but us girls, right, do we celebrate with new jeans or some new little piece of outfit, especially if you love fashion like me. Others celebrate with a nice, beautiful meal somewhere or a vacation, something. You do you. Whatever motivates you, go do that. Um, every little accomplishment, as we go down in pounds, as we go down in inches, as we go down in dress sizes, celebrate it, enjoy it, and you'll keep wanting to celebrate. Okay, going back to getting back in the saddle and practicing that makes this transformation from new unfamiliar actions to just what you do to take care of yourself. So obviously some of these involve more education and structure, and we've provided that we can for those sections. Okay, so number one, strategy, manage your blood sugar. He says this is vital. There's no doubt that Alzheimer's disease and dementia are driven large part by sugar intake. We live longer than in the past, which may be part of the reason that we see more cognitive decline. But we have also radically changed how we eat, and the biggest changes is in how much sugar we ingest. Okay. If you're worried about cognitive decline, and I would assume you are since you're reading this book, you cannot get off sugar fast enough or completely enough. It is that bad for you. Never mind how it increases heart disease or causes depression or inflammation or wrecks your sleep. We're dealing with your brain here, ladies. But if you take this on, the impact for your entire health will be enormous. This is the first thing he says. It's sugar. It's like cocaine. That's why I used to love sugar in my coffee. It was like my mommy time to just have coffee with my sugar and my cream. But my brain's more important. My health is more important, especially after being in the emergency room so many times. Okay, sugar doesn't necessarily mean just candy or cookies. It also means refined carbs like pasta and breads, which turn into sugar. It means the added sugar in most store bought foods. This has lowered my grocery bill immensely. I only spend $250 a week for our family of 8 and big dogs. That includes their dog food, that includes our toiletries, that includes cleaning products. But mind you, I only clean with vinegar and essential oils to make it smell good after the vinegar has dissipated. Um, so, yeah, no more snacks, no more store bought foods. Of course, we do buy the occasional Doritos when we have a trip or if someone in the house is hankering, but it's no longer one bag each. It's one bag for the entire family. So we're getting there. We're not perfect, but we're getting there. Everything from salad dressings to pasta sauce to ketchup to guacamole in a jar. Yep, we're making our own guacamole. We're making our own sauces. If I don't know about it, I'll buy the sauce first and then I can remake it later on. But salad dressings are down to olive oil, a beautiful olive oil, or MCT, salt and pepper with lime. It has tricky names like corn syrup or high fructose corn syrup or dextrose maltose or anything with an "ose" ending. And don't fall for the trick that just because it's organic, it's better, or that brown sugar is better. Ah, I fell for that trick. Or that maple syrup or honey or agave nectar are preferable. They're not. I used to drink my coffee with agave sugar all the time. I used to spend for that, and I thought I was being healthy. Or that heart healthy or whole grain or natural means anything. If you're buying food items in bags, boxes, or cans, more often than not, those foods will include some form of sugar. Boxes, cans, or bags. So this for sure has sugar. Don't worry, we'll recreate it after. If you can imagine, sugar is highly addictive. Most people just cut it out. It's much easier said than done. Yes, you can't just cut it out. We're addicted to it. For that reason, we have a whole program that's all about managing blood sugar. He says go to smartbloodsugar.com. However, there's the summary of what it takes to make the changes necessary for your brain. This is also in one of the bonus materials. Number one, eat every 3 hours or before you're hungry. This prevents sugar cravings. Eat every 3 hours. I'm not doing that. Eat fat. That one I'm doing. Eat fat everything. Because this one, the other doctor said, no exceptions. Fat provides the satiety response. And when your body is burning fat as fuel, it helps keep your blood sugar level stable. Cheers to my fatty coffee. See, not everything in the book we do. I only do what they are saying in unison, what they're all saying. Okay. So no eating every 3 hours for me. Limit your carb intake. Yes. I'll give you two options for doing this. Maximum is 100 grams of carbs per day. That's why there's nothing wrong with rice, girls. and maximum of 60 grams of carbs per day, not including green vegetables, carrots, or beets. Yes, I say vegetables, carrots, or beets, anything like that should not be even counted because that's all good for you, right? The more the merrier. Most people find it too tedious to count every single carb for every single vegetables. I do not count calories or count carbs or whatever, okay, guys? Which is why I offered the second option. Nobody got diabetes or Alzheimer's because they ate too many vegetables. So if you go up to 105 or 110 grams of carbs per day, it's not that big deal as long as those carbs are coming from nutrient dense foods rather than from pasta or candy or sugar drinks. You should just even stay away from pasta, sugar, candy, or sugar drinks. The blood sugar management cheat sheet included in this bonus material says what to count. Okay, I'm not going to read further. I want to go move on to strategy number 2. Trade real food for fake food. Yes, of course. Let's go back to his bullet points. As close to natural or organic or free range meat, eggs, dairy, and as you can find. Yes, this is what all the doctors are saying too. Organic fruits and vegetables are often as you can. Remember, soil quality issue, organic vegetables are grown in much higher quality soil. Yes, but when there's like a problem, they still have to make their money. So the soil, they gotta put in pesticides. So the organic doesn't become organic anymore. Okay. That's why I have to take my vitamins and supplements because we can't get everything from our vegetables because our soil has been depleted since the 1930s. So for me to sustain my body, I spend for this, which is like $20 a month. I'm worth $20 a month, right? Remember, fat makes you get to the nutrients. And this is my pre and probiotic. This what I'm doing right now is the foundation. We need enzymes. We need bacteria to manage our gut. Our immune system is equal in our gut. Anyway, so foods that haven't been processed, changed, added, or subtracted from, restricting how often you eat in restaurants. Even the highest quality restaurants serve food that's processed. Yes, because I used to work at the Hyatt and I was accounts payable, and the vegetables, it's not, they don't chop it, guys. They don't chop it. It comes already frozen. They don't deskin those carrots themselves. So it's true, restaurants, even the highest quality, um, it's processed. It's like buying the mixed vegetables from Costco. Learning how to make meals with these original ingredients. Yes. Now that after I taste this Tunisian shakshuka, then if I like it, then I will make it with real ingredients. Okay, let's move on to um, strategy number 3. Or should we do some more? There's some more bullet points for real food to fake food. Boiling eggs and having them ready in the refrigerator. Yes, I did this so that it's ready for your breakfast or your brunch. Making tuna salad, adding some chopped celery and eating that on a bed of lettuce or spinach or both. Yes, switching that out with making chicken. Oh, he's just giving options and what you can replace. Like replacing sugar, you add to tea, coffee with stevia or xylitol, both of which are from natural sources. No, 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 no. It's still processed. Let's move on to strategy 3. Add coconut oil into your diet. This was published in 2015, y'all. Add coconut oil into your diet, which is MCT, medium chain triglyceride, not the long chain, which solidifies when it's cold. Not that. That's long chain. That's for your um, moisturizing your skin, your hair, okay? Or adding that to your essential oils for lathering it with Breathe or stuff like that. But MCT, you can also buy that at Costco. We're just beginning to come out of the low fat craze. Talk about something your grandmother wouldn't recognize. And now there's begun to be research in the specific effects of medium chain triglycerides. He's saying this in 1995. Most often seen as coconut oil. As we mentioned before, coconut oil can help feed the brain, especially where there's insulin resistance. So if you're diabetic, this is a good thing. I used to be pre-diabetic. While there have been plenty of animal trials that have shown that using MCT can be helpful for dementia, there have been recently been human studies that have showed the same thing. Okay, this is in 1995. So research has shown variations in how much you need, but at the moment, it looks like the more you can do, the better. There was a case study of a woman who treated her husband's Alzheimer's with 5 tablespoons a day. One study saw an improvement just in one dose. So, yeah, because this is oil. This is a fat, and your brain needs it. Of course, if you don't have fat, then of course you're gonna get Alzheimer's. Okay, let's move on to strategy 4. Reduce your stress. Yes. 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 There's another book I'm reading right now, and he says this too, reduce your stress. It's not all about what we eat. It's not all about exercise. Reducing stress is so very big. That's why I started taking up Tai Chi. So stress does real damage to the brain in variety of ways, and it would be wise to consider that even if you don't think you're under stress, which I don't think I'm under stress, but I have 6 kids. Who's not going to be stressed? Bodies recognize stress differently than we do. So there's a good chance that you are stressed, especially now in today's world. Here are some places to look. Do you work more than 40 hours per week? Have you taken a vacation, like no work at all during the vacation in the last year that was a week or longer? Are you overscheduled? That's why I started doing this only twice a week instead of 4 times a week. You get at least 8 hours of sleep a night. But we've debunked that, right? We don't need 8 hours, you need quality sleep. So even 6 hours is good, especially the older we get. Is the TV already constantly going in your house? Do you watch the news every night? Do you spend more than 2 hours a day looking at screens? Do you travel a lot? Do you eat a lot of sugar, carbs, or processed foods? Ooh, that goes with stress. Do you exercise too much? More than 2 hours at a time, more than 3 or 4 times per week? Didn't Asprey just say this? Didn't Sinclair just say this? Didn't Gundry just say this? Exercising too much causes stress. So stop working out every day, y'all. You can take walks, but it's got to be like strolls, like de-stressing, not like power walking. And most importantly, do you overthink or worry creating your own stress? The best solution for stress, other than just making sure you get enough sleep, cutting out all that travel, etc., is meditation. Yes, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I say, "Good morning, God. Hi." And then I just meditate. Meditate through prayer. It doesn't mean like meditate. It's not like that. It's like checking with God about what's going on with me everything, all my worries and stuff, just like, throwing everything to God because He can handle it, not me. So that, just, trying to find out everything, from everything I'm feeling physically, emotionally, what's going on around me, what's going to go happen to my day, including what I need to talk about. I come here and there's a chapter we can work on, but whatever comes out of my mouth is, I just rely on the Holy Spirit to just share whatever needs to be shared. I'm not an expert. I'm only reading from the books. I'm no doctor. I'm just sharing to you the books, and I'm sharing to you what my experience is. That's it. I can't promise anything else. And then I just want to encourage you guys to try what the books are saying. But other than that, that's all I have to offer. And so I do meditate every single morning, but that's through prayer, and not prayer where I'm regurgitating our Father. It's not like that. It's a conversation with God every morning. That's my meditation. And before you dismiss meditation as some new agey practice, consider that there are large amounts of research. Yada da da. Here is an easy form that I've taught patients for years. Either sit or lay down comfortably in a place that is quiet where you won't be disturbed for 20 minutes. Close your eyes and notice how you're breathing. Are you breathing in spikes, which people often do when they are stressed? Or are you breathing in circles, with one breath moving smoothly into the next? Just observe for a few breaths what is occurring. I also do this at night. My friend Julia taught me it. When we breathe in, our belly rises, and when we breathe out, it goes in. And I couldn't understand that concept when I was standing up, but when you're lying down, your my hand actually rises. See? Anyway, coffee. Swipe the flaxseed. Okay, so you'll notice your mind often wanders while doing this. When you realize that it has, just bring your focus back to the sound of your breath. Even if you have to do this 100 times, it's okay. You're training your brain to do something other than thinking. That's what I love about the Tai Chi. It was just all about following the lady. And that's why I called it losing yourself. Maybe that's not how you're supposed to be. That's not the actual term, but it's like all of the energy is just in following. You're just focused on that one thing, and everything else dissipates, right? And I love doing this breathing thing too at night, and it just settles you down so that you could fall asleep. Of course, I need some help with sleep, so I do ingest Serenity. I do put cedar wood on the right earlobe, right thumb, and right toe, and cedar wood is also helps you with sleep. And then I diffuse, just like I'm diffusing now. Let me just smell some of this. Smells so lemony and clean. I love it. Okay, did I turn it off? Or it's intermittent. Okay, so next, sleep. Yes. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this. Now's the time to start sleeping 8 hours a night, he says. If you haven't been doing this already, it's probably for one of two reasons. First, it's physically, it is, first is a physical inability to get a full night's sleep. Adrenal fatigue, one of the side effects of poor blood sugar, is a major cause of that. So a significant number of people are able to solve their sleep problems just by taking the blood sugar solutions recommended in strategy one. So the less sugar we eat, the better sleep we have. Other common causes are sleep apnea, alcohol, tobacco, and poor sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is actions taken before bedtime that interfere with a good night's sleep. That's why I take my shower, I lather my oils. I don't just dry up quickly. I just towel up my hair so that all the water's not dripping, and I don't um, dry yet. I put oils, I massage it in, especially in the lymphatic um, zones here. There's a lot here, and also in the groin area. Just massage it all there, and then I pat dry, because the sebum is what keeps our skin young. You don't want to scratch it off of your skin because you need that. So I don't soap anymore. Hot water and water is already good. I only soap my armpits and my private areas. The rest, I keep adding the oils. Same thing with my face. No more facial cleansers. Okay, so, and then I go to my room. I take my magnesium, I take my Serenity, I diffuse, I lather up. It's like a whole sleep hygiene that I do. And then I settle in with a book. And then I do that breathing. When you breathe out, like literally breathe it out. Like that, like release everything. And it really, really helps you fall asleep. I know my friend Luann has no problem with sleeping. What oil do you diffuse at night? Serenity. Serenity is it's a blend of lavender and a whole lot of stuff. Um, that's what I diffuse. So the reason people don't sleep 8 hours a night is because their lives are set up in ways that make it difficult or impossible for them to do so. Of course, like when I was rearing the 6 kids, it was difficult for me to sleep at night. You have busy work schedule and are often find yourself working late and getting up the next morning. You stay up late watching TV or socializing. You've got a new baby, waking up and several times a night. The only solution for people who fall into this second category is to realize just how important sleep is. Just like eating or brushing your teeth or getting to the toilet, this is something that must be done, or else your life will suffer. And then to arrange your life to do exactly that, set an alarm clock to tell you when it's time to go to bed, and honor that alarm clock. If you've got kids waking up, go to bed early. It sounds simple and obvious, and it's because it is. You just need to treat it as obvious and critical in order to do what needs to be done. That's why you're healthy, Luann, because I know you have no problem with sleep. Exercise. If you aren't already exercising, we're going to give you a variety of options. Okay, let's go back to, he says option 1, 30 minutes, moderate to high intensity. A Japanese study took middle-aged and older people for a period of more than 5 months and had them spend 30 minutes 4 times a week, alternating between walking 3 minutes at a moderate intense pace, and 3 minutes of gentle strolling. They compared the results to a group that simply walked moderately. At the end of the study, the group that did the intervals saw significant improved aerobic fitness, leg strength, and blood pressure readings. So intervals, not and not only that, but years later, when the researchers checked back in with the participants, it turns out that because of the ease of doing this and how much better they felt, over 70% of participants had kept going, retaining, and even improving their health gains. So this exercise version is walk at a moderate to high pace for 3 minutes, followed by gentle strolling for 3 minutes. Repeat 5 times for a total of 30 minutes. Do this at least 4 times a week. Exercise option 2, 12 minutes of high intensity. Ooh, only 12 minutes of HIIT. The other doctors were saying maximum you could do on an exercise is 20. If you could last that long, though. If you're doing HIIT, it's pretty intense. So 12 minutes. Okay, the exercise option 3 is 15 minutes of low, moderate, high intensity. Do you notice a theme here? He says it's the short, high intensity exercise that is helpful. So anything, he has it in capitalized, anything you do that falls within the description will help. If these examples don't appeal to you, then do something else, but you just make sure you do it. It's high intensity and it's short. The other doctor said 20 minutes and below. Do you know you stop making muscles after 20 minutes? Oh, number 7. Yes, this is the last one. Number 7, supplements. Unfortunately, given the way our society works these days, it is absolutely possible or even likely to have a great diet and still not get all nutrients we need. Yes, this is what the other doctors are saying too. After all, as much as we may try to eat healthy, there are so many factors working against us. Our families don't want to eat those foods. Restaurants no longer cater to well-rounded diets like dinners of years past. Our produce has a shadow of the natural nutritional density that it had hundreds years ago. In fact, our produce has lost 85% of the minerals it used to have. Most of that occurred before 1970. So we have been on a sinking ship of health ever since. This is what I'm talking about. This is where supplements come in to help fill in those gaps. I'm going to break these down and tell you which ones are most important, under which circumstances, and why. So, vitamin D, he goes on by vitamin B2, B9, B12. Just a summary on that, when we did this 2 weeks ago on the B, if you don't take one of these B's, it doesn't open like a key the other B's. So that's, for example, I forgot it was B2. If you don't take B2, B6, B9, B10, B12 won't be open. Amino acids like theanine, tyrosine, and carnitine will help your brain function and improve your ability to burn fat for steady energy. Um, Herbs like ginkgo and ashwagandha are helpful, but they work on a different time frame than the nutrients mentioned above. Nutrients can be felt in days. Herbs like ginkgo have a short-term effect that you may feel immediately, and long-term effects that take a few months. Um, He mentions ginseng is a good herb too, but finding quality ginkgo is hard and expensive. Here are the rest of the good ideas. If you're or have a statin drug, CoQ10 is even more important for you. Vitamin D is a vitamin that the majority of us are deficient in these days, since the animals we raise often are indoors. Oh, so sad. It has a tremendous number of uses in the body as well as the brain. So I highly recommend using a vitamin A, D, and K2 supplement. Everyone has heard of fish oil. Unless you eat fish once or twice a week, taking fish oil supplements is a good idea. And as one patient pointed out to me, it's cheaper than buying fish these days. So sad. Also from the sea, seaweed is your best source of iodine because of its contains every single trace mineral. Copper and zinc can be taken as a supplement. I have this uncle. He uses our address to bring in vitamins, and he looks amazing for his age, by the way. And so I checked out everything, and so he has it. He brings it here, and I ship it to Manila. So what I did is I wrote down every single thing that he's taken, and I did an Excel sheet of what Gundry says, because Gundry spends a whole chapter just on supplements. What Gundry says we should take and the amounts, milligrams, etc. What Sinclair takes himself. What Asprey, he also has a chapter devoted to supplements, what he says we should take, what my uncle takes, and then what is in my vitamins and supplements. Only because I just want to I don't want to be spending for something and then I'm wasting my time. Right. So I want to make sure that it's exactly that, now that I've read about it, it's exactly what is needed for my body. So I did an Excel sheet. And I'm so glad to say and report that what I'm taking is even more than what my uncle is taking. And it's like different kinds of omegas, and it's got marine collagen, it's got resveratrol. And so it's all for longevity. So I now take it twice a day. I take it with my coffee, and then I take it right after lunch. So that's, you know, sustaining me. I mean, at my age, I'm almost going to be 47. And I never dreamt of even snowboarding. You know how much thigh burning situation happens when you're snowboarding? The whole time you're squatting in a certain way, or when you fall, how much effort it even takes for you to get up while you're slipping and sliding to try to get up from that fallen position, or even being banged with my head and somersaulted up in the air when I was still trying to learn. It takes a lot of energy, and I never dreamt of being able to do it. And because I've been taking this vitamins and supplements for a year, what I thought I couldn't do before, I somehow could possibly do it right now. So it's really for longevity that we take vitamins and supplements, and it is also good for our brain because our brain is very much needed for us to function and all of that, right? Anyway, so that is the last chapter of Unbreakable Brain. I'll look for other, I'll see what he says at the end, because he has, like, that last bit before it ends. But that concludes Unbreakable Brain. And then I'll share some more on Friday, and then we're on to a different book next week because I'm learning about this other new book. But thanks for listening, guys. And see you guys on Friday. All right.